The single city girl archetype is a typical narrative construction. To me, a single city girl is a young woman who is intelligent, independent, sometimes unorganized, fun, driven, and willing to try new things. The single part of the archetype construct to me symbolizes that she is her own person and independent. She's roughing it through in the world on her own, of course with the help of her community, which lies in her city, but nonetheless she is fending for herself. The girl part to me means less so that this person is necessarily naive or immature, but more so that she is being reborn into this newly independent lifestyle and taking care of herself. I chose Sophia Amoruso, the founder and owner of Nasty Gal Clothing and author of Girl Boss, as my single city girl archetype. She is an entrepreneur who takes action and keeps trying even when she fails. She's innovative and has grown her company from a self-run eBay store to its own full-blown website and company, placing her in Forbes' top 100 most successful and richest self-made women. She is independent, creative, and intelligent, but most of all, driven, and these are all qualities of the single city girl archetype. The three terms that my single city girl helped me understand were the American dream, multiculturalism, and feminism. The American dream is the ideal that every U.S. citizen should have an equal opportunity and freedom to achieve success, prosperity, personal happiness, and material comfort through hard work, determination, and initiative. An article by SCORE 1999 talks about how America is in a state of new consumerism, or this elusive state of being well off, meaning a comfortable income that gets you whatever materials you desire, including some luxuries. The middle class is paying high expenses and has low savings because lifestyle norms are upscaled more quickly than income. Americans are spending more than they have to try and live out this elusive dream. It appears to be much more satisfying to have the next best material good than to save, but this has created a rat race. My SCG, Sophia Amoruso, is the perfect example of someone who is living the American dream. Sophia is guilty of feeding into this consumerism, but I don't think she is in the wrong by doing so. She has worked hard to become successful and did it all on her own. She happened to predict a niche market that hadn't yet existed. Coincidentally, though, her business feeds into this elusive American dream that more material goods are better, and the articles of clothing she sells are a luxury that must be had. Normally, the American dream is only feasible for white men. She disrupts the norm because she is a female, but perpetrates norms because she is white. Before Sophia became the founder of a multi-billion-dollar company, she worked at the information desk at a Borders bookstore, sold orthopedic shoes at an outlet mall, worked at a dry cleaner's, and many other small jobs. She used to live a free, anti-capitalist lifestyle that included dumpster diving, dating a man who lived in a treehouse, and hitchhiking. She started her e-commerce business on eBay, and through word of mouth, loyal customers, and great media marketing, her business began to grow from nothing. After years of hustling, she created her own website, nastygal.com, which has transformed into a booming business. Her business shows signs of multiculturalism, but has room for improvement. Multiculturalism is the ideology that acknowledges, highlights, and celebrates ethno-racial differences. It recognizes that each tradition has something valuable to offer. We become multicultural by recognizing and valuing differences and fostering personal friendships and organizational alliances. Sophia's executive board consists of all white women, but her website is a complete mix of ethnicities, including women of very light skin to dark-toned skin, with different races including European, Asian, African American, Latino, etc. There's a varied representation of women from all different backgrounds on her website. Something she could try to include in her workplace is a more varied and diverse board and employees to celebrate multiculturalism. Lastly, Sophia helped me understand what it is to be a feminist, or in her words, a girl boss. Feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of a political, social, and economic equality to men. Sophia prefers to call herself a girl boss over feminist because of all the negative baggage associated with the term, but she definitely represents the ideals of one. She describes a girl boss as someone who is in charge of her own life, gets what she wants because she works for it. As a girl boss, you take control and accept responsibility. You're a fighter. You value honesty over perfection. You ask questions. You take your life seriously. These are all values I see that go hand in hand with the single city girl archetype. Her book gives inspirational motivation and advice on how to be successful in unconventional ways and to own your own quirks. She wants women to feel empowered and embodies the goals that feminists do. Maybe she can appease some of the negative stereotypes of feminists and combine her terms with the feminist movement. She should use her privilege and status to bring awareness to the movement. She should also make sure to include equality for women of all colors because white women's rights are more accessible than women's rights from other races. Overall, I think Sophia Amoruso is doing a great job navigating her life as a strong, independent woman, but one thing she can work on is using her privilege and prominence to call attention to injustices for women of all color.